Hey guys, this is Nathan and welcome back to Satisfactory. Hope you guys are doing good today. I am doing great. So in the last episode we did a lot of work around the base here. We expanded our infrastructure tremendously, but we also greatly increased our demand for power. And we are just right at the top edge of what we can support at the moment, and we need more stuff. So the plain and simple thing is we need to get into coal power. So in between episodes I did make sure that I had enough of the various items that we need to get into the coal power. So let's go ahead and look at the hub terminal, and we have the coal power milestone here. We need 150 reinforced iron plates, 50 rotors, and 500 cables. And actually I do not have enough of the cables on me. Now we do have a great deal plenty of them, but I just don't have them on me. So let me come over here. We'll grab a couple hundred more cables. That should cover it. And while we're over here, let's see what we have in this container. Ooh, yeah, that's looking pretty good. So we'll go ahead and grab the various rotors and reinforced plates out of there. Getting a fair amount of smart plating now, but as you can see, for completing phase 2 we need 1,000 smart plating, so that's 20 stacks. That's quite a bit. So let's go ahead and get all of this dropped off in here. 150, 50, and 500, and there we go. Coal power.
Milestone reached. Power production can now be fully automated by burning coal, which has been added to the resource scanner. Water is also necessary to run the coal-powered generator and will require a network of pipelines to be transported from a water source. To assist with locating and identifying water, Fixit has compiled this guide. Water is a somewhat reflective liquid and it may have thick vegetation growing nearby. To test if something is water, try touching it. If it is not solid and does not corrode your suit, it is probably water.
Do we really need something to figure out what water is? I don't know. Alright, so we should have had coal added to the resource scanner for that. So let's go ahead and take a look at if we have any coal nearby. That's not promising. Coal? Please? Oh geez, it's 1,000 meters away. Okay, so let's take a look at the map. Okay, so we have a little bit of a singular normal purity over there, impure, normal, normal, impure. So we've got 4 nodes over there, so that's a little bit better. Maybe we'll go to those. And actually I think we will go to those, but I guess if that's going to be the case, if it's 1,000 meters away, then I want to get on to this next little bit, the vehicular transport, because the tractor will get us back and forth a lot faster, and we can carry an entire storage, whatever they're called, not, are they storage crates? Storage box. We can carry an entire storage box worth of resources in there. So we're going to go ahead and set this one up. Of course, we got to wait for the pod to get back in 6 minutes. So we need 25 modular frames. I only have 20 of those. 100 rotors. We've only got 89 of those. We got plenty of wire and then regular iron plates. So I guess I get to craft up some modular frames and rotors. So I guess I will be doing that, and when the pod gets back, hopefully I'll have everything ready. Alright, the pod is back, and I believe I have everything that I need here now. So let's go ahead and drop off 25 modular frames, 100 rotors, 200 cable, and 400 iron plates. And I mean, that is kind of a big deal because I am running out of iron plates. So yeah, not good.
Milestone reached. Tractors permit pioneers to move around the world in a manner similar to using legs, except with wheels and the rampant consumption of natural resources. They can also be automated to self-drive and deliver resources between truck stations, which in turn facilitate automation of loading, unloading, and refueling.
Alright, so we now have truck stations and tractors. So let's go ahead and place down the tractor.
Tractors can use any type of fuel and have a self-driving feature. Much like pioneers, only more reliable. While driving, you can record a path to automate vehicle resource transportation. Unlike early self-driving vehicles, tractors will not spy on you. Your employee data is already fully subject to other means of surveillance.
Oh, thanks, Ada. Good to know that I don't need my tractor to spy on me because other things already are. Thank you. All right, so we have our tractor here, and actually, when I think about it, we have no way to get down off of the ramp. So let's go ahead and grab some 2-meter ramps here. And I guess we need to be in zoop mode. There we go. So that'll allow us to get down off of the foundation. So let's go for a drive. And so it looked like the coal was somewhere out in this direction. So we're just going to go for a drive and see if we can find it first. And we'll go on from there. So, yeah, this is so much faster than walking. Oh my god. Okay, so... Oh! That's actually a fairly strong horn now. Okay, so... Let's see here. Let's take a look at the map. Alright, so can we... I can't exit the tractor. That's not good. Excuse me? That's definitely not good. Yeah, I can't get out of the tractor. Uh-oh. Okay, well, I gotta figure out what's going on here. Because if I can't get in and out of a tractor, that is a problem. Well, it would appear that there's some kind of bug with the tractor that with certain key bindings, you can't get out. Now, I typically had my exit vehicle bound to E, and for whatever reason, that was not working. Now, I have bound it to F instead, and it seems to be working just fine. So, I have no idea. But anyway, let's go ahead and scan for the coal and see where we need to be going here. I think it was somewhere up about in here. Oh, no, closer than that. Oh, there's actually... Oh, those are temporary. Okay. I was sitting there thinking that we only had 4, but I think we do only have 4. So, looks like maybe we follow along the coast here. So, let's go ahead and continue onward. See what we can find up here. Thankfully, the tractor can take all of that just fine. Okay, continuing forward. Unreal Engine 5 has really made the... Oh, well, I don't think that we can continue on that way. Unreal Engine 5 has made the vehicles a bit harder to control, I will say that. So that actually looks like a bauxite deposit and another Mercer sphere. So we'll have to keep that in mind and come back for that at a later time. Also, it does look like the tractor's not destroying the vegetation, which is something that it always used to do. So that's interesting. So let's go ahead and go up the mountain and see what's up here. Oh, looks like we've got some iron deposits here. That's nice. Oh, that looks like limestone. Ah, sulfur. I am going to stop and get this because even though I have found sulfur already, we need a lot of sulfur for the MAM. So we got to get as much of that as we can while we can. I'd imagine we'll eventually find some somewhere around here. Looks like we may have another limestone deposit up here. Yep. Okay, yes. Okay, good. This does go down to the beach. Oh, and there's coal deposits. Okay, so what do we have defending these? Oh, and we have a Mercer sphere. So we have a couple of the pig guys and a big guy. So can we run this guy over? Apparently we can. Did some damage to him anyway. Can I run over the pigs? Fluffy-tailed pigs. That killed him. Nice. Tractor is a bit more versatile for that stuff now. Gotta have some speed to hit this guy, though. Well, let's just keep hitting him a couple of times, I guess. Kind of cheesing the game a little bit, but whatever. And that took him out, so now let's go ahead and grab this. Spitter remains. Grab our Mercer sphere. Okay. Whatever. Alright, and so then we should have some hog remains out here too. So we have the impure. Oh, there's the other hog remains. And was this one also impure? And where are these temporary ones? Yes, so both of these are impure. But it did show a bunch of temporary nodes in between as well. I don't see them. Well, anyway, you look at it. I suppose this will work out great for power because we have the ocean right here, and then we've got at least 4 copper nodes. Coal nodes nearby. So, yeah, let me just kind of clean up some of the biomass around here, and I'll get a miner set up, get some platforms, and we'll continue on. So, an interesting thing that I have found out here is that, like, this little mushroom thing over here, I can't cut this one with the chainsaw. But this one over here, I can. It will highlight this guy, but it won't highlight that guy. So, apparently there are some of them that you can't cut. I don't know what's going on with that for sure, but whatever. But I did get a little bit of a foundation laid out here. I got my first water pump set in. Now, I believe we can handle 3 plus a little off of one of these guys, but I can't remember for sure. But we are going to start out by running off of a single biomass burner. And so we're going to start setting up our coal generators over here. Now, one thing that makes me really sad is that we can't pack the generators, the coal generators, together like I used to. So they fixed the bug with the coal generator bounding box, and now no matter what we do, they always...
Interesting. Most pioneers already had coal power set up by this point because they understood their responsibility to humanity. Adjusting pioneer attitude metrics. Reminder. Coal-powered generators require coal.
You know what, Ada? Oh, and I am missing materials. Uh-oh. I don't have enough rotors with me. Okay. Well, we can at least get one of these guys up and running here. So let's go ahead and grab a pipeline junction. We're going to line this up to there and to the center of that. So, actually here, what we want to do, we're going to grab this, run it out here. We're on horizontal to vertical, so it makes it nice and clean. Go ahead and put that out there. We'll grab this guy, put him directly in front of the inlet. Remove this guy, and then by having this guy on the ground, we can then snap this junction on the pipe. Now, if I don't hold the snap button, then we can literally put it anywhere. But when I snap, now it locks to that junction on the ground, which is kind of nice. So now we can connect from here down to there. And so Okay, I was a bit concerned there for a moment. But now when we power the pump on, we should get water flowing into that generator. So next thing is we need to get our coal up here. So let's go ahead and grab a Mark 1 lift. We'll go ahead and bring this. I'm going to go up an extra 3. And then this guy here, we are going to go this direction and 1, 2, 3. Now, question, with impure, this should only do 30. Yeah, only 30 a minute. And I believe the generator takes 10 per minute, right? If I can get it. It doesn't say because we have no fuel. So, well, we're definitely not going to overload 1. So let's go ahead and get this guy hooked up here. And now we should be ready, finally, to grab power off of the back of this guy. Which, ooh, yeah, we need to go one more set of foundations out here. Apparently I am hitting the side of the generator. So we will go ahead and grab a power line, bring it out here. Come out to the outer edge. Because this is kind of going to be our permanent power setup. At least for the time being. Bring it up to here, come across. What? Okay. Apparently because the walkway piece is there, I can do that. Okay, so now we'll connect this up to the generator, but unfortunately that is, I think that looks awful, having it intersecting through the pump. Okay, so let's hook that up to the pump. We will come over here, stop trying to connect to the ground. Okay, to there. Bring it over here. Connect that up to the miner. And then finally we will connect in our biomass burner. So we should be ready now to fire this on. Now let's just verify the draw on here. The draw is 25. This generator will put out 30. And as soon as we get water and coal into that guy, we will be producing 75 out of the coal plant. So let's go ahead and throw in a bit of solid biofuel. This should kick everything on, and we should start to see... So we should see the water pump has kicked on. The miner is going, but it has not put anything out yet. It is mining. Okay, there we go. And like I said, this is going to be stupidly slow because of the impure nodes. We will have to grab that second impure node, but this is now feeding power in here. Now this will be an isolated power setup until we can get power lines run all the way back to our base. But this should, once we get power into the coal generator, this should kick the generator on. So there it goes. And consumption is 15 per minute. So that one miner can handle 2 of these guys. And we were running 45, no, oh no, that's 50. It is 45 cubic meters of water per minute. And this guy, I believe, is kicking out 150, 120. So 125 would be 3. So we're close, but not quite. No, I'm sorry, 135 would be 3. So we can handle about 2.5 generators off of this one water pump. So we could set up a second generator, get 150 megawatts here, and we wouldn't have to add anything more. So let's see here. We need 7 more rotors, and that's it. Yep, I think I might just go ahead and craft that up and get another one of those built right away. So I'll do that, start running the power lines back to the base, and 150 is not enough currently to power our entire base. but it will vastly reduce the amount of... Oh man, do we not? No, we have rods. We just don't have any screws. But it will greatly reduce the demand on the biofuel network. And so that will allow our biofuel to last a lot longer, at least long enough for us to be able to get out here and get a second set of coal generators set up and potentially get the tier 2 miners so that we can handle doubling our coal generators. So yeah, I will get that all done up and I will see you guys in a little bit. Alright, got the power connected up from the coal generators, and as you can see, occasionally it even dips below the generation capacity of the 2 coal generators. So we definitely have the ability to kick up a little bit more production here, and I think the first thing that I'm going to do is kick this guy on and try to get a little bit more in the way of iron plates and rods, because quite frankly we're not doing real good on those. So I don't know, I'll kind of evaluate what we've got going on, but I would like to get to the point of where I have enough rotors to be able to go and make... Oh well, never mind, we have enough rotors to go and make a couple more generators. So I suppose I will probably go out and get 2 more generators made, get them hooked up to the power network, and then we should be 100% off of the biomass generators, and we can just keep them for backup. So yeah, we'll get that taken care of, and I'll see you guys in just a moment. Well, we now have all 4 generators running, so if we look at a power pole, we are generating a continuous 300 megawatts, but we do have capacity to go up to 480 because of the additional 180 that we have in biomass. However, I did come back and find out that I had no iron rods in storage. So I decided to put in 2 more smelters, activate the 3rd iron miner, and then go ahead and set up 4 more constructors up here on top. I guess I did create a 2nd floor, and I set up 4 constructors here on top to make additional iron rods. So definitely getting plenty of iron rods now, but that's when I noticed this over here. So our copper wire and cable are not moving because both of those containers are full. So yes, we need to deal with that. And so I think the best way to deal with that is going to be to send those to an awesome sink. And now that we have a bit of power to spare, we might as well go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and come over here. And I suppose we can just split off of those lines. So we'll go ahead and set up a little bit more foundation here that we can put an awesome sink on. And so that should be here in special for the awesome sink. And unfortunately, I don't think that one of these is going to be enough to handle both lines, because I think, well, no, I take that back. These are single tiered lines, so we probably will be okay. So let's go ahead and grab a lift here. We'll take a Mark II lift. Turn this around, lift it up a little, and then we will put a merger on there. And then up here we will switch to a splitter, line that up there, and then we can go ahead and grab a Mark III belt, or a Mark II belt. Wish I had Mark III belts. And that will start bringing those over. And then the other one, let's see here, where is our cable? I think it's right there. I think it's this line. Yes, it is. So now I've got to try to figure out where do I want to split off of that. And I think it's basically going to have to be, oh, Yeah, it does not like that. So I think what we'll do is we'll bring it out about here somewhere. Well, nothing to snap to. So that gives us something to snap to at least. And then we should be able to take a lift, run off of there. And this shouldn't need to be more than a Mark 1. We make this a Mark 1 and then run conveyor belts between those. And that should run all of the excess cable and wire in here. Now, unfortunately, as we start using the cable and wire, we will have, only 50% of our production going to the containers, but I guess that's okay. So the final little bit here is going to be to connect some power, and I suppose we'll just grab off of there for now. But so now this should start smashing wire and cable into this awesome sink. We should see points going up and coupons should start coming in fairly quickly, because at the early stages coupons don't take much. But I guess this will let this run then, and we'll start getting coupons so that we can do things. Basically, we'll need to be watching for stuff like that we are overloading our storage, so that we can try to make sure that things keep moving. But now that should have upped our power usage. Yes, we went from around 170 to 220 to about 240-ish to 260. So definitely upped our power consumption by doing that. And of course, part of that is the 30 megawatts to run the awesome sink. But yep, it is good to see these belts moving again. That is great. So I will take a look at how long the episode is and figure out whether we need to do something else, and I will be back. Alright, so we've got just a little bit of time left, so what I would like to do is get a little bit more of our stuff here at the hub terminal. Now, one thing that I want to do for sure is to finish up, tiers 1 and 2. And the only thing left here is the jump pads. Jump pads, I don't typically use them, so yeah, we'll get it just for completion's sake. But this needs 50 rotors, 300 plates, and 150 wire. Not anything that we are lacking in anymore. So let's go ahead and get that launched.
Milestone reached. The Fix-It jump pad combines high technology and innovation for optimized factory traversal and an ideal travel experience. Clarification. Ideal travel experience not guaranteed, individual results may vary. Pioneers are responsible for all workplace accidents resulting from jump pad usage.
Yeah, that sounds about like the typical corporate thing. Even though we said this is what it was supposed to be, that's not really what we meant. We didn't expect you to take us seriously on that claim. So yes, jump pads are now a thing. Alright, so next up we're going to go ahead and get the enhanced asset security, which will give us the Xeno Basher, which of course is a very useful item. So this one's going to take 1,500 copper wire, 100 reinforced iron plates, and 600 iron rods.
Milestone reached. The Xeno Basher is a direct upgrade from the Xeno Zapper. In the words of the engineer that first developed this tool, quote, "The Zapper kind of electrocutes things, the Basher straight up smacks stuff, while also electrocuting them," unquote. It is beneficial during encounters with aggressive fauna and has been tested thoroughly. The engineer's noble sacrifice for Xeno research will not be forgotten, whoever they were.
So one electrocutes and one bashes. Yes, there we go. So we did need to make another Xeno Zapper for that. We need 2 of those. And then there we go. There is our Xeno Basher. Now this is a much more powerful weapon, and I believe it has a little bit more reach. So yes, that is awesome. And next up, we are going to go ahead and get the basic steel production. So let's go ahead and throw in 50 modular frames, 150 rotors, 500 concrete, and I did not grab the wire. And 1,000 wire. There we go. Basic steel production. Let's go.
Milestone reached. Coal and iron can be combined in the foundry to start steel production. Project part number 2, the versatile framework, can only be created via automation, not at a crafting bench. Delivering these to the space elevator is essential if we are going to complete phase 2 of project assembly and save the day. Fix It and humanity is relying on you.
Again, no ulterior motives there. Gotta guilt you into it. It sounds like all of the training that I get at work to avoid phishing emails. You know, sense of urgency, you know, guilting you into something, making you feel bad about not doing it, whatever. Oh, jeez. So, with that particular milestone, we are now at a bottleneck because we need to get all kinds of steel-related items in order to continue into any of these additional milestones in Tier 4. So we're not going to be getting to those until after we get to steel. But I do think we're going to hold off on steel, and so in the next episode we are going to try to push through as much as we can of the Fixmas gift tree. So let's hope that we can make it through all of that. I don't know if we need anything beyond the foundry. I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember. I know that we need the foundry, but I can't remember if we need any of the additional machines after that. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for this episode. So I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to give a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any thoughts about what I've been working on here in Satisfactory or anything that you would like to see, be sure to leave that down in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye.